Here are the latest news headlines, the Capital Region Independent Media Newsroom. Carver Companies has announced it has entered into a definitive purchase agreement in which Heidelberg Materials in North America will acquire Carver Sand and Gravel, the largest aggregates producer in the Capital Region. The deal will take effect August 1st. Financial terms were not disclosed. The acquisition encompasses Carver Company's mining and trucking divisions in New York State, including 4 quarries, 3 sand and gravel pits, a trucking business, 2 internal maintenance shops, 2 asphalt plants, and about 200 employees. As part of the agreement, both sides are entering into a long-term partnership that calls for Carver Companies to handle logistics, maritime, as well as tug and barge transport for Heidelberg. Common Ground Dispute Resolution Incorporated helps people in adversarial situations come to solutions. It serves Columbia and Greene counties and has its main office in Catskill. It mediates civil cases out of court with and without a judge's referral, runs workshops, coaches educational programs like restorative justice, helps with decision-making for older family members, partners in school-to-workforce pipeline efforts, and raises efforts to support its work. Common Ground is a community dispute resolution center under the New York State Office of Alternative Dispute Resolution under the state's court system. The Volusia Planning Board received 2 rounds of applause from residents attending the meeting in July when that board approved a subdivision for St. Luke's Church Parsonage on St. Luke's Drive and a project proposed for the Mill Building, formerly the home of Energy Onyx on River Street. That former Gimp Mill in the village has been abandoned for a decade, and in the summer of 22, part of the building collapsed. The Mill Building was owned by the village's now defunct Local Development Corporation and was used by the Energy Onyx company before the company closed. Well, from cows to alpacas to chickens to ducks, local youth showcased their agricultural skills in the annual Greene County Youth Fair this past weekend. The event, billed as the last free fair in New York State, drew hundreds of visitors from around the region to Angelo Canna Town Park in Cairo.
This is one of the greatest agricultural fairs in the state, and the Greene County Legislature and the people of Greene County, people here in Cairo have done an awesome job. I think this is the 70th year. And of course, someone that come from agriculture, it's near and dear to my heart. But the fact that this is, I think, the only free fair in the state of New York, and I think they've had record attendance the last 3 days. Today it's packed again. Still got tomorrow. It's just an honor to serve as a state assemblyman in this assembly district and to represent Greene County and this youth fair.
The town of Queens is considering purchasing the former community care building on Route 9W for conversion into a new town hall. The board held an informal public hearing recently to discuss the property and gather feedback from the community. A handful of residents turned out for the meeting. For several years, the town has been seeking an alternative option to replace the current town hall on Russell Avenue, which is outdated and has mold issues in its basement. Officials late last year signed a contract to purchase the Grace United Methodist Church, but in March reconsidered the cost to renovate the building, estimated at $5 million, and backed out of the deal. You can read more on these stories and others at theupstater.com or in one of our area publications. In the Capital Region Independent Media Newsroom, I'm Doug Laurent.